Yo, yo, yo.
What's good? What's going on?
It's good. It's good. Still middle of the week. Not quite the weekend. You know the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. It was hot though today. It was nasty hot today.
Yeah,
If I was one of the homeless people today, I'd have been I'd have did something. I just have been sitting in Walmart like, nah, I'm good, yo. I ain't going out there.
yeah, that's a fact, man. I really feel like when it's really cold or really hot, I really feel for people for individuals without homes. I mean, that's just very tough, man. And then
Mm-hmm.
just walking with a colleague of mine today, we were even talking about like some of the smells in the city get amplified even more in the heat.
Mm.
It just adds to the frustration.
Yeah, you don't need that. You don't need that because and for those who do have not the greatest of hygienes on cool weather days, you need to be real careful what you do on these hot ones because, oh, man, everybody knows got to live, man. Everybody knows got to live.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, I know it's hot. I know you're gonna sweat. You can only take but so many showers depending on where you at.
But
But yes, take care of yourself before you come out there.
word,
But what's
word.
going on with you, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Not in the greatest of spirits. You know what I'm saying? We had the summer game a little earlier today after work. I mean, Kennedy was out there. You know what I mean? She was busting ass, doing good, but we got off to a hot start, man. And then turns out they had a shooter on the bench the whole first quarter we ain't know about. You know what I'm saying? So she came in. We all like, look, kind of got some height on her, but hey, I think we'd be all right. You know what I mean? She came in right off the gate. Laugh. He's like, oh,
Oh,
we got an 8 year old hitting those. Oh, it was water too. Like no rim. Like everybody, the gym happened to be so quiet. You heard the net go. He was like, damn.
mm,
All right, y'all back on defense. You know what I'm saying? Like after a while, everybody just started clapping. So it just kind of like slowed down on the clapping. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, she's good, y'all. You know what I mean? She's good. Like we was up like 6-0. We was like, oh, we got this in the bag.
yeah.
End up losing 12-9 tonight, man. But hey, man, summer league, man, we got to get more practice in. But it's always for there's no the more I'm happy to stage there's no more crying in the summer league. Everybody's like, hey, man, we're gonna win some, we're gonna lose some, come back next week stronger. But outside of that,
It's
I'm doing
always,
that.
yeah, it's always tough when they come with that secret weapon off the bench, man. You think you've prepped enough, you think you've done enough, and then here comes this person that just lights everything up, and now it's like you looking at the coach looking at you, is like,
Like shit, like looking at the bar like she wasn't in scout report. Like you know what I'm saying?
no,
Like, it wasn't ready.
straight like
Oh,
that, man. Straight like that. Yeah, on my end, man, like you said, it's hot, bro. It's hot as hell. I actually tried to wear the full suit, two-piece suit on Tuesday. My wife looked at me like, "You sure you want to do that?" I was like, "I'm cool, baby. You cool cat. I'm be all right." Man, as
cucumber
soon as I
vibes.
stepped out the house, shit wasn't
Damn.
rocking, man. Shit wasn't rocking.
Oh.
And then I had to go to an event Tuesday evening, and everybody asked me, "Why you wearing a jacket? Why you got a jacket?" I was like, "It's an outfit, guys." Like when I purchased the jacket, the pants, the
Came with
shirt,
it.
everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody loved the shirt. I was like, you see, like everything had to go together. If I just did the shirt with the pants, you'd have missed the whole thing, man. I
Mhm.
know I'm sweating a little bit. I'm about to take it off, but I needed to come in and present with the jacket so you got the full look. I'm gonna take off the jacket, man. But other than that, man, I made it through.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, man, you don't ever
Yeah.
want to break up the two piece. You know what I'm saying? It's a two piece. Like you'd be real upset if you ordered a two piece at Popeyes and only gave you one. You'd be like, hello. You know what I mean? But yeah, hey, I commend you for not only stepping out into the oven with the two piece, but keeping it on during in the oven, man. It's gonna get hot anyway, but might as well look good doing it, brother.
Absolutely. It didn't last too long though. I kid you not. Probably like 5 minutes in after I made my rounds and set a bunch of highs, I found me a seat somewhere, took that shit off, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
God.
The real polite fold over the arm, like yeah, it's what we're doing today.
That's it. That's it,
Ain't
man.
mad at that. Ain't mad at that. I saw something on social media earlier. Uh, Lady asked this guy a question. Said, "Hey, in the event, you know, a close family member, a brother, father, whoever committed a crime, judge is like, listen, I'm gonna have to give you, 10 years. You have to sit down for this crime you committed, or you, aka Sean, in this situation, if you take these 12 months, I'm willing to, let this close family member of yours, go home to their family." Is that a decision? Is that a decision you making? Like, I mean, your 10 versus my one. Like, it sounds like the scales are tipped. But where you stand on this, brother?
Yeah, I hate questions like this, man. Why? Why can't it be about making $1 million? No, like $100 million. Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but I hear you, man. Honest to God, man. Uh, if it was my son, I'd probably do the one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'd probably do the one just because, you know, I wouldn't want him to mess up his life early, even though I'm pretty sure it was probably some stupid shit that he did to be in that position in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if it was for my son, definitely, man. Anybody else, man, y'all are all grown adults. I love y'all. I swear I do. But y'all gonna be all right, man. We're gonna take care of the family while y'all do y'all bit, bro.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, we said in mad literature to y'all. Mad literature.
Yeah.
All kinds of commissary on the books.
Man,
Yeah,
what about you?
that's where I was torn. I was like, if it was a younger family member, I would sit down for him. But if it was anybody, I'm talking like Sean, I love you. But if it was a 4-month gap, and you was on the upside, I'm like, damn, brother. After I weighed that, the next option is like, all right, what did he do? What did he do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
if it was like, oh, he robbed the bank, he took $3 million. He said, he cleared 3? How much they catch him with? Like, you know what I'm saying? When he said they only caught him with 1.2, he said 1.2? You know what? You gotta live in doubt. 66% ain't bad, man. I'm gonna take these 12 months, man. But listen, I'm like, look at here though, bro. Look at here, bro. No, yeah, I'm gonna need you there the day before I'm supposed to get out. Just wait for me, brother. Just wait for me, please. Please wait for me. You know what I'm saying? But if it was like a petty crime, it was just like, yo, man, somebody stepped on his Puma. You know, one thing led to another. He stabbed him up, killed him. Like, damn. How much are the Pumas? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? But if it was one of those, I would just be like, yeah, I'm gonna be here I'm gonna be here every Wednesday, just like this, man. Like, hey, man, we outside. I'm sorry, every Thursday, we outside, man. We outside.
Yeah, man. No, yeah, I totally get it, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I just started watching this show on Max, man. It's about like some of the world's like worst prisons.
Mm.
I watch shit like that to remind myself about the shit that actually exists out there. Like, you know, sometimes, you know, and I'll just put myself in this position, you know, you feel like you could take a situation. Like if you had to go there, if you had to do something really bad for your family or for money, you could do it. You could do the time until you see what time really looks like. And then you're like, I'm gonna take my ass to my 9 to 5 and shut the fuck up because this ain't me. There's no way I'm living in this situation, man. They were talking about one prison, the bed, bro. The bed is like this leather bag filled with a bunch of towels, and that's your bed. That's your fucking bed. Hell no, bro. Nah.
I can't be sleeping on leather, man.
Nah.
The way my body heat up at night, nah, that ain't going. Oh man, yeah.
And then if they put you in the wrong real prison, bro, you might not even make it. You might not even make it out. 10 years?
10? Nah.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Nah. Not that I'm gonna hit the canary as soon as I walk in, but I'm just like, listen, man. Is there somebody I can talk to, man? Like, I might know something. It may not be real intel, but I'm gonna give you something, man. I'm like, yo, man, the guy on the corner, he always in the trash can, man. I don't know what he's doing, but I check him out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, something. I gotta give him something.
Yeah, man. Shit. Yeah. But shout out to Tanya as always tuning in. Shout out to Mrs. Lee, Shay Sweet Things, SKL in the building. Appreciate y'all as always. I saw High Life was with us. I see he probably had to step out. Probably be back. Yo, I want to take this moment to shout out Titi Yoli, man. Had a bit of a situation here, bro. You know, I've been living in this house for a very long time, and I've always been very weary of the foundation structure, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a couple years ago, finally pulled the trigger, got one of those big screen TVs, and said, you know what, we're gonna do the wall mount, right? We need to catch up to the times. No more are we buying TV stands. We want to be, you know what I'm saying? We want to be catching up with the times that had a TV on the wall. So TV goes on the wall, man. Shout out to Major for hooking it up. But I always looked at that wall, bro, and I said, something shaky about that wall, man. Like, I don't know. Like this house older than me. This house older than a lot of shit. This house been through some shit. So I'm like, I don't know about that wall, man. So one Saturday, man, I sit in the couch, plop down. Darius is on his iPad. I'm chilling on the couch, checking my phone, and I hear something in the wall that sounds like metal, like clank, clank, clanking, right? So me and Darius look at each other. We like, you heard that? He's like, yeah. What the fuck was that? And I was like, what don't curse. What the fuck was that though? You know what I mean? Like, what really was that, right? So I go over to the wall, bro, and the sheetrock is protruding out, fam. And you can see there's a crack line going right to the actual mount. I said, oh, hell no. So the first person I called was one of the most handy people in my life, and that's Major. And I said, Major, what do? I know I got to take the TV down. That's number one. But, you know, like, what can I do to kind of figure this out? But thank God, you know what I mean? My brother was here. We took the TV down. I didn't know how different it would be watching TV on a smaller screen once you have a bigger one.
Yeah, you got used to your new life. Right?
It was different, man. It changed the way we felt about our living room. Our living room wasn't the cool room no more.
Oh man, man! So I'm gonna be in the bedroom if you need me.
Yeah, we started looking at the couch like, you know what? These couches ain't even that cool. Like it just made everything in the living room not look as good anymore, right?
Oh man,
now, yo, we call Titi Yoli, man, and shout out to her, man. On Shay's on. She comes through with another dude. So we thinking like this is gonna be like a bit of a mission, right? You know what I'm saying? Man, they pulled up with the sheetrock on their shoulders, like, what's up? Like maybe 2 hours later, everything was done, man. Like TV was back up. I was like, yo.
He said, I couldn't have found a better service.
She came in, she was like, started knocking into the wall, got that out, put the wood inside, got the TV back up. She was like, nah, we gotta move it this way, get it here. Bam. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Man, I think I looked at like one game, came back, everything was set, man. So shout out to her, because one of the first thing I'm thankful for is that I walked into the living room at that moment, bro. Because my fear, you know, the pain I would have felt walking into the house and that
your first one home.
Yeah. And that TV is on the ground in
face down.
Shambles.
Just face down looking at you like,
yeah.
Man, I'm so or pray to the entertainment heavens that you was able to be there at a time of need. Thank God, because it would have been a whole new mood this podcast. A whole new mood this week. You're like, how you doing? I'm not good, bro. Not good at all, actually. Oh man, I had to go to Best Buy, but that's what's up, man. Shouts to Titi, man. It's always good to have a handyman in the phone. You always need them. Some shit always gonna happen, but gotta be careful. Gotta find out where the stud's at, man. Gotta find out where the stud's at.
That's a fact.
Big importance. Quick city update. As you know, Puff Daddy, Pete Diddy, he went through some things. Video came out, showed he was a nasty, terrible individual. But the mayor, man, if you recall, about a little under a year ago, Diddy put a lot of work in. 20 plus years of hip hop music, entrepreneurship. The game the key to the city. You know what I'm saying? It was a joyous day. You know what I mean? But did some dirt, came back. Man's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna need that key on back, bro. He's like, you know what I'm saying? And he professionally had the Expo back. He had to rescind the key. You know what I mean? And then, but this is my question to you. You was given such a high prestige honor, and unfortunately, you had to run in with a situation in your personal life where some things kind of different. You know what I mean? Yo, Sean, we know you put on for the city, and I know we gave you the key to the city, but we're gonna need this key back. Like, what's your next move, brother?
Pain. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to joke around about this at all, but I gotta commend whatever mental state that Diddy's in, that he hasn't done nothing crazy yet, because he's literally seeing everything he's worked for be stripped away. But that's the society that we live in. And listen, I totally understand the allegations. But this is the society that we live in, that if you've been given anything for your hard work, you make this a certain type of mistake, they will come back for everything that they gave you. And it's tough to see it. We spoke about this, I think, a couple of lives ago, that it was a potential thing to happen. And now to know that it's actually happened, that's wild, man. That's wild.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. I know if I worked hard to get it and I just lived a weird life, like I'm like, yeah, man, it's gonna be at my gravesite, man. You gotta come get it, man. Just dig me up. I'm sorry, it's in my back pocket. I mean, I know y'all can make another one, right? I know I ain't the only one to get one. You know what I mean? But yeah, I would hold that close to the chest, man. Just like I have to pull this up my cold dead hands. Yeah, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. But yeah, man. Shouts to the man for standing on business. Like, listen, we don't stand for that. Not as a city or a state or a nation. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta do what you gotta do. Appreciate that from him.
If there was one mayor I thought that wouldn't do it, it was him, man. Because his, you know what I mean? He's a unique person. He's a unique individual with how he looks at politics. So if there was one person I thought would be like, hey man, was he convicted? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I didn't see no conviction. Like, what we talking about? We talking about allegations here. I've had allegations. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Or first male with a first male mayor with the earring. I didn't think he was pulling that trigger either. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Oh, if I thought anybody was gonna hang in there, it was gonna be him. But I get it, man. Sometimes you get pressure from the right areas. It's like, gotta let it go, buddy. Sorry,
right. Exactly.
It had to be you. But yeah, man. Listen, as always, brother, it was great connecting with you, the family, and our extended family at Ramel and Christina's Juneteenth celebration this past Saturday. Always a great time. Thank you both for inviting us. It's always cool, like how they bring the Black businesses there to support them, man. But I gotta say, the funniest shit, bro, was when you brought up the guy that was serving the drinks. Thank God for you, man, because I think he would have stayed in that sun baking the entire time.
Every 20 minutes I kept coming back and checking him. So, you all right, bro? Because every time I went to, I look straight up at the sun, just put my hand up, like, yo, man, it's coming down. Like, no clouds for at least 20 minutes. You okay, bro? It's like,
that's a fact. Like, if anybody ever tries to say Kenny don't care about people, I'll be the first one to come tell you you're full of shit. Because Kenny took care of a whole stranger, and I'm gonna be clear because I don't want y'all to mistake what I'm saying. As we said, right, there were Black vendors at the celebration. One of them was serving drinks. Mm-hmm. The position that homeboy was in with his drinks and his table, he was dead ass in the sun. And to the right of him is the pool. Now you can just imagine. In front of him is people in shade just chilling. To the right of him is everybody having a great time in a cool pool. And this man is hot as hell serving drinks, right?
Wait, he was black too.
Wearing black. Wearing black. That is a key detail. Thank you. Kenny, out of everybody there, and there was a good amount of people there, said, yo, why my man is just there sweating? Like, that ain't right. Like, that ain't right. So after, like literally he was politicking, talking to everybody like, yo, my man's just over there sweating. Like, we gotta do something about this. And then after a while, you saw them do like a makeshift canopy for homeboy. And he tried to keep it G, like he ain't really need it, but he appreciated that move, bro.
That took 26 degrees off his neck, bro. It took that from 99 to at least 70 something. He was like, I can do this. I can stand here, But watching people with cold drinks in the shade or people splashing in the pool working on their backstroke, that shit had to be eating them up. I didn't even catch his name, man. But shouts to him. He was a super cool dude the whole night, man. Super cool dude. And that rum punch, man, he was serving spiked juice, man. That shit was all right, man. It was like, I don't know what was in there, but it was super great. Super great.
Facts, man. Let me tell you something. There was a reason why he was serving them the way he was serving them. The minute we were allowed to serve ourselves, everything hit, bro. Like,
yeah.
Everything was different. Everything was like, all right, I see why he was serving them now. I'm
Like,
gonna be here for a while, y'all. I'm all right.
I said nobody gonna watch my juice to alcohol ratio. All righty, heavy on alcohol is next one. Like, you know what I mean?
It.
But it was dope. It was dope. And
yeah.
oh, and shout out to the grill master too, man. He was out there last year as well. But a super cool dude. Him and his wife, I believe. They always come through, fried fish, all kinds of salmon burgers, regular burgers, shish kebabs, like three different varieties. And I was like, oh, he was a super cool dude, nice heart as well. But well, shouts to them, man. Ramon and Christina did it big this year. It was real nice.
Yeah, man. This is an annual thing, man. I'm loving it. I'm liking it.
Yeah, I'm down.
Definitely, man. But you know, I hope that everyone enjoyed their day off yesterday. Hopefully, you got to actually, you know, either support a Black-owned business, be a part of any type of information tabling, webinar, seminar. I mean, it's important to understand the significance of the day. It is not just another day off. It is a day to remember a significant moment in history. But yeah, shout out to Christina and Ramel. Another great time, man. I was so mad we get all the way home and we forgot our salmon burgers, bro.
No.
And you know what's crazy? No. They was chilling. Like Shay did the right thing. She left them out so we wouldn't forget it. And then Christina did the right thing. And she said, y'all leave them out there. It's hot as hell. They're going to go bad. You might want to put them in the freezer. So we put them in the freezer like, yeah, we won't forget, man. Bunch of hugs and kisses and goodbyes and walk right past that fridge into the car, bro.
Yeah. And it's funny, you had like a double buy because I seen you saying bye to everybody. I was like, cool. I said, nah, he ain't ready yet. He don't know yet, but he not ready yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? I said, I ain't saying bye to him yet. You know what I'm saying? Like another 10, 15 minutes went by. I said, I think this is real. All right, my man. You know what I mean? But quick question with the Juneteenth. Like, your office was officially off. The holiday was acknowledged yesterday.
Correct.
I do envy that for like actual corporations and real companies, big staffs. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you gotta respect all these people. A lot of diversity here. My company, on the other hand, very small, not so diverse. You know what I'm saying? So no one brings up the fact like, yo, it's a national holiday. What are we doing here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's weird, but it's like, you're not Black, so nobody else is bringing it up. You know what I'm saying? So I seen last year. I see how it went last year. It was just a norm. Everybody kind of just rolled into work normally. I'm like, yo, all right. I looked around like this is gonna be my last holiday on this motherfucker, right? You know what I'm saying? So fast forward to last week Tuesday. I mean, to yesterday, the other day Tuesday. You know, I'm like, she's like, you got work tomorrow? Yeah, regular day. She's like, still open? I was like, yeah, regular office day. She's like, says, you know, everybody closed, right? I was like, yeah, I realized that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I work on Martin Luther King Day. This is not new to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a regular day. Like, I'm like, yo, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But she's like, all right, bro. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Calling out, right? So, but now it's just like, not that I would ever get any other resistance before. Like, hey, everything all right? No, any issues with the family? Is it an emergency? It's like, nah, no emergency. So are you sick? You got COVID again? Mm-mm. Health. I've never been more 98.7 in my life. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you say you want to take a PTO? I'm like, whatever you want to. Yeah, whatever you want to call it, man. But I won't be arriving this morning. Like, you know what I mean? So it was just like, oh, okay, cool. I'll see you tomorrow. I was like, that you will. You know what I mean? Real calm. Like, but throughout the day, like, you know, once the calendar appointment hit, like, hey, Kenny won't be in. Everybody knows now. Like, hey, Kenny's not in. Cool. You figure the emails will slow down, all the personal phone calls would like diminish. I'm getting regular emails, regular phone calls, and I'm looking at them like, did I know it's Juneteenth? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, but my dumb ass, you know, answering calls, responding to emails. I'm just like, hey, man, if anybody out there, man, if you're fake working but not working on Juneteenth, hit me, man. I'm curious to know how you're dealing with it.
Yo, man. That's right. At some point, you know, they gotta be like, I think at some point you should just ask them, like, yo, why we don't have this day off? Fuck with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just fuck with them. Like, yeah, because they probably getting by like, Kenny ain't saying that, right? Now he said nothing to you, man. All right, we're good, man. I'm like, another year, we made it.
I just feel like if I show up with the "Why we on cut off," they're gonna look around and be like, "We." Well, I guess it ain't. I guess they're not like us after all. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know how it go. You know how it go.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. I think that would be a hell of an experiment. One day, just be like, "Hey, man, why don't we get Dr. Martin Luther King, Juneteenth? Why don't we get those days off?" And then just fuck with them. They probably won't even know how to answer that question.
They're like, where is HR when you need it? You know what? I'm gonna press them on July 3rd. I'm gonna be like, hey, before we break, question. For sure. All right.
Yep, that's actually a perfect time to do it. Hell yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man. All right. So keeping this thing rolling. We're gonna get into our "This Can't Be Real Life" segment, man. And this past Tuesday, there was actually, before I even tell y'all what happened, what would you do if you tried to dial 911 and it told you this number is out of service?
Like, you know how much it takes for a black person to be like, I gotta call the cops. Like, you know, like, you know how like it takes it has to be critical. I wouldn't know. Like, what happened?
like imagine it's like a real emergency. Like, call 911. That's like, I got you. Bow, bow, bow.
Boop, boop, boop.
This number is this number is not in service. Like, what?
You be like, did I dial the right 911? Yeah, did they look at the 911? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm asking mad questions.
That's a fact. Shit. That's a fact. So it turns out on Tuesday, this actually happened in Massachusetts, man. There was a 911 system outage. I'm trying to see. It doesn't say exactly how long it lasted, but
I want to know if the criminals found out.
But you know what I mean? It seems like it was resolved around like 3:45 p.m. It was up and running again, but it was like, what the hell happened? Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's scary as hell though. Like, you know, whether it just be like, you know, old person falling out, you know what I mean, at the crib, or you know what I mean, something more tragic happening at a bank. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, it's like, yo, we need rapid police response, and nobody even picked up the call to put this call in for me. Yeah, that's spooky. That is spooky. I wish that on nobody's bad day.
Yeah, it looks like they got like early Tuesday afternoon. Boston officials shared their own messages about the outage and shared advice for people looking to get in contact with emergency crews. A message for the Massachusetts State Police and cell phone alert near 2:30 shared a similar message. So it was like these random ways, like if you hopefully found out, you knew, but if you didn't, you were screwed if you dialed 911. Like, that's crazy.
I know everybody like, did I pay my phone bill? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm trying to get in contact with emergency services.
Yeah. So that caused the whole stir up on, well, now let's look at this, right? What happens if 911 has an outage, right? Like we talked a little bit about the Change Healthcare breach that impacted a lot of systems that actually use them to process claims and pharmacy orders. But now we're talking about 911. What the hell are we going to do if we are in a major emergency and we can't even get in touch with the first responders? Like, what are we going to do?
Like, it's crazy with black people because that is plan C. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, oh, somebody got shot. Damn, where's mom at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna ask a regular general question. Like, damn, still bleeding. All right, call 911. We need ambulance. You know what I'm saying? He is not going in my backseat. We're gonna have to call the ambulance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't pick up. I don't even. Yeah, that you don't even want to know the backup plan as to that. That's super scary. That's the purge on the low. Like that's the definition of the purge. Like when shit going south and there is nobody coming to assist you. That's spooky as hell.
And that's a fear of mine, man. Sometimes I really don't believe these shits be coincidences, bro. These are small tests. You know what I mean? These are small experiments to see. Let's see what'll happen in this neighborhood if they tried to help us or they wanted our help and we didn't come. What's the worst? What's the worst that could happen, right? Like when shit like this happen, I get nervous.
All right, and it was Massachusetts, so it was more of a soft opening. They gotta do this shit in the O Block zip code. See what really happened on July. See, like, what you mean on July 4th? The whole thing wasn't working. It's like, yeah, a lot of shots went off. We don't know what happened. Wow, that's scary. Yeah. That's super scary.
Jeff said AI is becoming self-aware. Oh man, just keeping things rolling in this one. On Friday, we found out that with the approved $895 billion spending budget for the military for the fiscal year, this is actually a $9 billion increase from fiscal 2024. The House passes a defense bill automatically registering men 18 to 26 for the draft. Instantly, I think about Tupac's line, they got money for war, but can't feed the poor. But did you hear about this, man?
I did. I've never been so happy to be over 26 in my life. I was like, that's like registering is one thing. I just don't know what that means as far as mandate. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like we're all registered to vote, but everybody really don't go vote. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's the same kind of level. You know what I mean? Versus somebody really knocking at your door like, yo, we need such and such ASAP. I don't think that's working in the TikTok generation.
I hear you, man.
Like it's rough. It's rough. I don't know. If Darius was of age, though, if he was between 18 to 26 and the government came knocking on the door, hey, we need you. Like, do you stand in front like, whoa? Nah. Like, nah. Hey, she got 4 sons. Go next door. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Got 4 sons next door.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you are you allowed to stop it? Is that considered like interfering with like police business at this point?
I know there's more to this, man. I gotta do a little bit more research. I've seen different snippets from different people giving their take on it. But honestly, man, first of all, you got to show identification at the door, man. I grew up in the age of the Saturday morning Bible thumpers knocking on the door at 7 a.m., 8 a.m., man. So I'm always looking at who's at the front door before I even open anything. But if it really comes down to it, man, it's man, we gotta shift addresses. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to start digging tunnels like El Chapo and shit. So if I ever flick the light on the side, you gotta get out of here, man. They coming for you.
That's a fact.
But yeah, man, we'll see what impact this really has. Hopefully I could get more information by next week's live, or have somebody come on and talk a little bit more about it. But it definitely caught my eye. But damn, that $895 billion.
Really? This was and this was a raise. From last year. They got no decrease on this. They got a raise.
That's a fact, man.
Hey, it's funny, like, as much as it is, I'll be like, you hope it's all going towards protection of these here states. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's a precious thing to us. You know what I mean? We do appreciate it. We have a lot of leisure compared to a lot of other countries in the world. But I was just like, I don't know if I'm paying this much for my leisure. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's not. You feel like it's not coming out your pocket, but the taxes is taxes. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we've got to keep an eye on that, man. Got to keep an eye on that. There's a lot of laws that's being passed these days that I'm telling y'all got to keep an eye on what they're trying to introduce slowly, man. But listen, we jumping right on over to the FCP Sports Corner, man. I am super elated, very happy. My Boston Celtics, man, they got it done. NBA champions. Banner 18 is coming up in October. What they gonna say now? Listen. Oh man.
Listen, man, the better team won. I get it. I know I had a super early prediction. I told everybody, hey man, Mavs in 6. You know what I'm saying? And it felt good. Like before game 1, like it felt real good. Like, But by game 2.5, I was like, this ain't it. But hey, man, but congrats to Boston. Congrats to you, man. I know you've been fanning out for some time now. Probably been a good 12 years on the low. They did it, man. They have finally arrived. Were you surprised by the MVP nod?
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
Jaylen Brown earned it. I knew they were going to zoom in on Tatum's face when they announced his name. And, of course, the media, social media hung on to that like, oh, he didn't look too excited or he looked surprised or whatever. I mean, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I think they got a bond. They've found a way for 8 years to not let the noise get to them. And now they have this championship. I think now we'll see what their relationship is really made of now that they're champions, because this is where the ego can tend to kick in. Golden State figured out how to make it work. We'll see if Boston is able to find a way to make it work, and I think they will. But yeah, now that the mission is accomplished, you're gonna see who these guys are really made of.
It's a fact. But listen, man, contract time coming up at 10, ain't it?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I know he planned on having a lot of bargaining chips in his back pocket upon arrival in this conference room, but I think he's ready to settle with whatever they're willing to offer. He's like, hey, man, we are winners. I am content. I ain't broke. We good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't need the super max. You know what I'm saying? As long as y'all keep this core together, we good. That's what's up, though.
I don't know, man. I don't know. The NBA has a lot of money coming this way, and I think Tatum is a max player. You know what I mean? I still think he's a max player. I think what happened this year, especially in the playoffs, was we saw Jaylen Brown's redemption for the past playoffs, where he was considered a terrible ball handler, indecisive. We saw him have his revenge, and Tatum did not try and get in the way of that and jack up a bunch of unnecessary shots. Did he shoot terrible in the playoffs? Did Tatum shoot terrible in the playoffs? Absolutely. We are thankful that the last 2 games he at least found a way over 20 to be, very present in the game. But I mean, this was just Jaylen Brown's playoffs, man. It happens all the time. We saw it with the Warriors with Andrew Iguodala. You know what I mean? Like, Steph Curry is great, but Andre came through when they really needed him to. Sometimes it just happens. Yeah, man. But I was glad that he showed up, when it really counted. But Drew Holiday, man, I had to go into the crates of our discussions about the Celtics. And last year, when Boston was about to get eliminated, we talked about what happens after. We talked about Tatum and Brown staying together, giving it a shot. We didn't think Mazzulla was the right fit, so we got that one wrong. But brought back the footage of saying I thought Marcus Smart needed to move on. I think they needed to move on from Marcus Smart. And the fact that they were able to land Drew Holiday, the Bucks are forever going to be throwing up in a corner somewhere, knowing that they pretty much gave Boston the championship.
I don't even remember what the Bucks, like, what they got from that.
Dame.
Dame. Oh God, yes. I was like, how did Drew end up there in the first place? I was like, oh yeah, they needed Dame. They thought they needed Dame.
They thought they needed Dame. They figured he was. And this is what happens. This is why GMs are so important. You got to be able, like, remember for all those years, everybody was looking at Danny Ainge. Why he's not using the picks? He didn't do it. He took his time and waited to build the team. Then the big trade happens when they send Paul Pierce, KG, and them to the Nets, and they get all those draft picks in, and that led to Brown and Tatum. And then now you get Drew Holiday in there in this instant championship along with KP. He played a great part as well. But I mean, this just shows you that key pieces on the team are the biggest difference, right? You take Drew Holiday off of that championship Milwaukee Bucks team, they get eliminated. There's no way they win that chip. I'm sorry. You could put anybody in that position. I don't think they win that chip.
Yeah, he's like He was the defensive heart of the team as far as getting the ball going, swinging momentum back and forth when they really needed it, and stepping up on the player that they thought would excel on the other team. Like he was there, series after round after round after round. Shouts to Drew, man. Shouts to Drew. He was my co MVP if they needed one. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, we got Jeff said he'll definitely get the max. Tanya said heard his contract would be larger than Brown's. Yeah, because it's just honestly the way it works, right? So remember, I was one of the people too. Everybody made a big stink about Daniel Jones' contract being more than Patrick Mahomes, and it was just timing. Because we all know Patty is going to get more than he gets. It was just the timing of the contracts and all of that. So, yes, Tatum is coming. His deal is coming up at the right time to really get that bag because of the new TV contract that they're about to get. So perfect timing and coming off a championship. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better bargaining chip when you go to that table, man. And then the other really cool, notable fact was it 16? Yeah, 16 years ago on the same date was when Paul Pierce, KG, Rajon Rondo, and all of them won the NBA championship. So that was elite. On the same day, 16 years later, you win the championship.
Wait, Boston, that was the last one they won? It was 16 years ago?
Yeah, 16 years ago.
I feel like 2008. It was like 8, maybe 9 joints. I was like, no, they just did that. We out of the world. I feel like they just did that shit. Damn. Time be flying.
We old, bro.
Time be flying. Yeah, time be flying.
Old, kid.
Damn. Jesus. Shouts to the Celtics, man. Shouts to the Celtics, man. They definitely deserved it. They was the best team I'm going to say from December on. So, you know what I'm saying? It was the best team to do it.
Yeah, man, 16 years. That's why everybody, but it's still funny because you tell that to a Knicks fan and they're like, that ain't shit. Oh, man. And what else? I think I have one more thing on this. Oh, yeah. And then Sam Cassell, he's actually, so a cool thing about him, he was actually a player on that 2008 team that won the championship with the Celtics. And now as a coach, 16 years later, he wins another chip as a coach. So, yo, man,
the lineage, full circle.
The lineage is crazy. Yeah, and then the other crazy thing was 08, 24, Kobe.
Ooh, I was wondering who's gonna catch the Kobe yet because this is special. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody in the league they watch Kobe to some extent. A lot of them grew up with them as far as the younger guys. So I was curious to know who's gonna get the year 24. But that's dope. That's dope. Shouts to Boston, man. Shout out to Boston.
Man, Boston, man. That's crazy.
Keeping the NBA.
Appreciate you.
Who's there, Carly?
Yeah. Carly just said till the date. That's awesome.
Nice. Quick NBA shift, but there's a lot of back and forth. The gentleman from UConn, he said hell no. Like, you know what I'm saying? So y'all bugging out there. But an old prospect that came back into the fruition of things for the head coaching spot over in LA, Mr. JJ Redick. He was officially announced as the new head coach over there in LA. Caught a 4-year contract. Rob gave him the offer this morning. Seen a lot of things on First Take late last week. They was like, was LeBron tampering with the podcast? You know what I'm saying? It was like they was talking a lot of basketball know-how in the background of things that could have been done, things that should have been done. Were those low-key interviews, you think?
I think what I think is going to be cool. I can't wait until LeBron can be a GM. I can't wait because he's had practice his entire career. And where those low-key interviews could be, you know what I mean? Could be. He's a marketing genius. He's a businessman. And I think this is going to be his clear transition into ownership. I think he can't wait to run his own damn team. He's not only going to own his own team, he's going to run that team. And it's going to be so masterful. I can't wait to see it because literally you can tell every team he goes to, that's a LeBron move. You can tell that's a LeBron move. So he's got his guy. Now the next step is, does he make him draft Bronny?
Mm. Um, I don't know. Is Ronnie Megan? He's definitely think he's definitely getting drafted this week, next week.
I don't know. I really don't know. I didn't watch a lot of college basketball this year, but if the and this is what I love about stats and all of this, if all the other players have put on a better show, have a better body of work, they should be drafted before him.
Mm-hmm.
And any player who's drafted after him, there's going to be that measure of, okay, let's measure him up against all of them, right? Think about Daniel Jones, number
Yeah,
6 pick, 6 in the NFL draft. I still can't get over that. Now, will he translate his game to the NBA better than other players? That remains to be seen, right? He's been exposed to it for a very long time. Who knows? Maybe college wasn't for him. Maybe he was just fit for the pros. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I could be way off, right? We could be way off. LeBron could go sign with the Dallas Mavericks for all we fucking know. And then we were all like, what the fuck just happened? Honestly, I can't wait for the season to start because I feel like there's going to be this whole novella about what the hell is going to happen this year. And this JJ Redick signing is the start of it.
Like good basketball mind. But he, very wet behind the ears as far as being a coach. So we shall see what happens. Hopefully he gets a good staff around him to make his experience a bit more plentiful, so to speak, and hopefully I can start winning immediately, because that's pretty much the threshold. They gave Ham what 2.5 years with a chip,
Yeah.
with a bubble chip. So we'll see. We shall see.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. And then switching over to the WNBA, man. Shout out to Asia Wilson, man. She did an interview, I want to say maybe a week or two ago, and she started crying, and there were tears of joy. And I hate the word when they put in publications, somebody breaks down in tears. I mean, it's like you're trying to put this negative connotation on emotions. She was crying because she had tears of pride because she would do anything for her team. And anytime she talks about something that she really loves and cares for, she cries. And I know people who it's the same thing for them, man. They start talking about their family. You give them a compliment, waterworks. You know what I mean? It's just instant. It's going to happen, right? So they're not having the greatest start to the season, the Aces, right? Chelsea Gray, I think, just came back from off of her Achilles injury she suffered in the playoffs last year. So it's been a bit of a struggle for them. And, they keep asking her questions about, what does this team need to do? You're out there, and she's having a hell of a start to the season, averaging like 25 and 12 boards. And, they're putting the pressure on her to speak for her teammates. And she's like, listen, my teammates are good. I would do anything for my teammates. I ride for my teammates. Whatever they need from me, I'm here. We're going to figure this out. We're going to get it together. So make sure y'all lift up Asia Wilson if you're a fan of the WNBA, because it started out before the season. Was she marketable, right? And we're not even going to go into the person that she was being compared to that came into the league this year, right? That person is already being used in a terrible way as it is. But if we really are going to look at her body of work, the fact that they're losing right now, this shouldn't change anything. If anything, it should amplify the fact of why she really is that good. And when they turn things around, then I don't want everybody calling them a super team anymore. Realize greatness when you see it. The girl is great. She deserves everything that she's got, and then some.
Okay. And I don't know why they make the correlation. Unfortunately, with the media, they always try to highlight the negative or try to spin something negative, like you were saying at the very beginning. All tears don't mean that. You know what I'm saying? Some tears, like you said, it was full of pride. She let you know how good she was with her team. But in order for her team to be better, it seems like a lot of prominent teams from last year are in a bit of a slide. You know what I'm saying? Still kind of early mid-season. But I do have a suggestion for the WNBA. Listen, the finals are over. Baseball is super early in the season, so we're not really tuned into that. Hockey just wrapped up. Hey, you are all WNBA is all we got as far as sports entertainment at a high level, so to speak. There's no reason there should be weekday noon games on your schedule. Like I can't, we can't. It's hard to tune in. Everybody's been. It seems like not that nobody can go to these games on weekdays in the middle of the day, but for the most part, midday, weekday, everybody's looking at a lunch menu. It's hard to kind of focus on, oh, there's a game going right now. I'm not even like home in front of the big screen to tune in. I guess I can watch it on my phone. You know what I mean? But it don't, got the same feel. You got to go, but it should be nothing but primetime games going forward. In between this whole gap of nothing happening before the football season start, man, they need to capitalize on all of this. But hey, man, just my thoughts.
No, I hear you. It'd be interesting to see the stats on those games, like people who attend in person, TV ratings, streaming. It'd be interesting to see it because it looks like they're just like playing around with the different times, or it could just be that the arena's busy later that evening and they got moved up. So you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
It's a fact. That's a fact.
Yep. All right. And just of course we're gonna real quick, I want to go over to IG, man. Shout out to Carly. Sucks what happened to Cameron Brink and her injury. Yeah, man. Oh, that sucks, man.
I hate rookies getting hurt.
And this rookie class was going in, man. Shout out to Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, Cameron Brink, Rakia Jackson, Aaliyah Edwards. These ladies are going off to start this season, man. They are not playing. But yeah, to see this, man, an ACL, I mean, that's just tough. And then now you got to think about rehab, and then you got to think about, and then to miss out on the Olympics too, man. This is the year. This is
the year.
You already knew, man. And this was Paris, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's a fashion person's dream. So you can only imagine what this young girl coming out of college, just starting her WNBA career, was thinking about being able to be a part of this experience, man. That really sucks, man. Wishing her a speedy recovery for sure.
Big facts. I was so upset watching that low light anyway.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right. So we definitely want to take this time, man, to send our condolences. Willie Mays passed away the other day. I think he was like in his 90s, right? Like,
yeah, he was up there.
Yeah.
I'll check that for you.
Yeah, man. So we're talking about in the heart of when colored folk were being allowed to play the, Major League Baseball. Willie Mays was a big part of that. And, we always like to recognize people who were pivotal in the history as far as breaking that, color barrier. So shout out to Willie Mays, man. You will be missed.
93.
Yeah, man. Full life, man.
Anything past 80 is a plus. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a big plus. Big plus for sure.
Yeah.
TV Showtime, ready to get into the news of the news?
Yeah, man. So listen, if you have not watched the new season episode debut of The House of the Dragon, I totally understand if you want to leave right now.
Yeah, just leave. We're talking about it right now.
You know what I'm saying? I totally understand if you want to leave right now. That is my spoiler alert warning. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds. And then I'm going to start. But
I only need about 10. Listen, man.
But yo, listen. I got one line and I posted it. 2 years for that shit. I am pissed off. I'm disappointed. And I'm embarrassed that I'm a fan of this show because it was 2 years, fam. Like I remember 2022 here, seeing them say, "Hey, be back 2024." I'm there carrying the one. Like, wait a minute, like that's 2 years, fam. Like 2 years for a long ass conversation.
Facts. It was a long conversation.
Yo, like, are you kidding me? All to get to the end, to watch a kid supposedly getting shanked up in his bed. Like I'm bugging. Like this can't be real life, bro. Like
it wasn't just any kid.
Yo, I mean, nah, they didn't release the entire season, but I'm telling you, this first episode was trash. I mean, come
Oh,
on, like, and then the mom. First of all, what mom is just gonna let somebody shank up their kid? That was just disrespectful, man. Like,
yeah, that was. I thought I ain't gonna lie. I
for the
thought she was
mothers that have
ruining
been
it.
a part of the. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying. I thought she was gonna do a lot more. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't. I was hoping. I was hoping she lied and pointed to the girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought something like, you know what I mean? But that's not the way a mom should react in that situation.
The moms, the history of the moms in Game of Thrones have been vicious. They've been vengeful. They've been strategic. This is a terrible representation
Yeah.
spinoff of Game of Thrones. Like, I tolerated the first season because I'm like, all right, this is 200 years ago. All right, fine. It's going to take some time to catch up. But this is ridiculous.
It was rough. It was rough, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was really hoping they came in and tried to fight Big Dragon Man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, they was like, yo, man, she said an eye for an eye. Ain't no point in us going against this big sword, you know, dragon mofo when we could do the same thing to this little motherfucker that's sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And this one might hit the you know, the heartstrings a bit more. You know what I'm saying? He just brought him into the council. You know what I mean? He's trying to, you know, show him early things as far as being the next, you know, king or whatever it may be. But I'm ready. I'm ready for the rage, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm ready for the rage. Like, it took a long time, like 2.5 years to be exact, to be like, all right, let's go do something. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here for the rage. I think it's starting slow, but I think these next 8 or 9 episodes going to bring it back home, and everything you've been looking for is going to come to fruition, bro. Got to trust the process. I hope.
Man, you remember the first episode of Game of Thrones?
Yeah. Lead
came out the gate swinging, bro.
Lead character dead. I was like, no. I was like, stop. I was like, no. You know what I mean? I did not see that happen.
You know what I mean? Like, they was all. I remember then season 2 started and they killed Joffrey like that first episode.
Facts.
Killed him the first. Everybody was like, "Oh shit!" Like, this nigga was asphyxiated in front of everybody. That's crazy. Like, this is just. I need whoever is in charge of the show to pick up the pace. They slowed it down with season 1. Okay, you ended it in a way like, all right, we here, y'all. We killing niggas. It's real. We're gonna show y'all why this is the House of the Dragons and why all this shit really went crazy. Where's the Mad King? Are we 100 years away from the Mad King? Is this new guy the Mad King? What's happening? Like, yo, I was so this is my wife fell asleep and I wasn't mad at her. Usually I'm like, hey, stay up. But at this point, I let her sleep. What was there to wake her up about?
Yeah, you ain't missing nothing. You ain't missing.
And here's the kicker. The trailer was even trash. The trailer for the rest of the season was even trash, bro. There was nothing about that trailer that made me go, oh shit. Nothing.
Well, you don't want them to give you the Netflix trailer where you can put it all together, you know what I mean, in 90 seconds.
Man, they paying you. Are they paying you? Just tell me right now they paying you. Because this is, come on, man.
Man, listen, man, I want to talk about it, but I just you know what it is. I was waiting for so long. I just know it has to be better than this. So I'm not even. It can't be. You know, if they start no trash, it can't be 8 more episodes of trash. It can't be. It can't be. Can't be. If it is, hey, you're gonna see me in about 8 weeks. Like, yo, let me tell y'all something about this bullshit ass show. But it's got to get better. It's got to get better. It's got to.
All right, brother.
So I'm gonna talk to you next week. I'm gonna talk to you next week, nigga.
This is gonna be a long season.
It's gonna be a long summer.
Some Detroit Pistons type shit. This is gonna be a long season.
Long summer. Another show for you. Do you have Apple TV?
Nah.
Fuck it. No, we get the show. Listen. There was a show me and Jed started watching the other day called Dark Matter. and it's cool. It has like a multiverse kind of feel to it, but in a nutshell, without me kind of breaking the show, if you lived your life and you made a crucial decision where it could have went one way or the other, and you lived out the life with the decision that you made, right? Boom, it is what it is. But if another life generated in the route that you was against what you might have said and it went far beyond, it is what it is. Now, if you had the ability to jump back into that life or vice versa, how would that work out? You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the premise of the show, as far as, a gentleman going, hey, I don't think we should have kids. And then him coming back like, nah, I think we should have kids. And then him living out two separate lives, like him, being one, not having a kid, being career hungry versus, me eliminating the career and just committing to the family life. And then them two coming back into each other's life later in life. It's getting heavy, man. It's getting good too, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, but Dark Matter, it's a really good show. If you look, I know you and the missus always say you're looking for a show, and then you finish some shit in 2 days. But if you got time, Dark Matter, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
All right. Dark Matter. All right.
I have to bring you one. You always bring good shit. I got to bring you one at least.
No, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Anything else before we get up out of here?
Hey, Thursday, man. Friday, Junior. Enjoy your nights, man. Call out tomorrow. Yours Friday is gonna be hot, man. If y'all hearing it, I'm going to work. Don't listen to me. I'm going to work. But if you got some PTO saved up, man, call out tomorrow. It's gonna be hot.
Yeah, man. Listen, we appreciate all y'all, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe if you haven't to our YouTube channel. You could check out our latest episode, Fatherly Thoughts, man. Shout out to my brother doing the ultimate edit, including my son in the beginning. I was running this morning, bro. I turned it on and I see this big face on the screen. I'm like, what the hell is he doing on here?
Is he on the payroll?
Yeah. And then kids are the worst, man. They you ask them to do something nice and they're like, hi, I love you, Dad. You take care of me. You love me. Like I was just like, oh, that's real. That's real. You took a lot of time to get this out, didn't you?
Little bit. That's what's up, man. Fatherly Thoughts, man. Fatherly Thoughts. Go check that out. Shout out to D Money, man, on the early appearance. I appreciate it. Shout out to Shed too, man. She worked it out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we will be back to our regularly scheduled programming every Wednesday at 8:00 ish. And it is summertime, y'all. So we may do a lot of shifting because a lot's happening, man. The kids are out of school, so we're trying to keep them busy. And we know y'all are busy planning vacations and all that. But we appreciate y'all for still tuning in, and we see y'all next Wednesday.
Yes, sir.